Hi everyone. In the previous lecture, we discussed about S3 bucket and hosting a React app objects in the S3. In this lecture, we will discuss about public certificate and deploying the public certificate into CloudFront distribution. Understand what is our own domain. If you remember, we had registered a domain in our first lecture. So this is our domain. So for this domain, if you go to hosted zone, then for this particular domain, hosted zone will be created with the name servers and SOA records. So now, first of all, you just need to understand what is your domain name. So my domain name is cloudlearning.link. Just copy that and go back to ACM certificate manager and request for a certificate. So I'm requesting for a public certificate, right? Public SSL TLS certificate from Amazon. Okay, so we need to provide a fully qualified domain name. So this is my domain, actual domain. I want to create a subdomain for this, that is uat.cloudlearning.link. This is what my subdomain which I'm planning to use. So, and you need to pick any one of these validations, either DNS validation or email validation. So all these things are here just to ensure whether we are owning this domain or not. The ACM AWS Certificate Manager will ensure our ownership on this domain. Then only Amazon CA will issue a certificate for us, valid certificate for us. If you want, you can give a key and value if you want. Just request for a certificate. The moment when you request for a certificate, you can see a entry here which is the pending validation. You need to do one thing here. Don't forget about that. You need to open this one. Here you can see one thing, right? So create records in Route 53. You need to click this one. Create record. So once record is being created in Route 53 hosted zone with the CNAME, then only Amazon CA will issue a valid certificate for you. Okay. So successfully created the DNS records. Now go back to your certificates. Now you can look for the status here. This particular status needs to be changed. Yes. We can see the status as issued. So Amazon issued a valid certificate for this domain by understanding is this ACM confirmed this is our own domain. Okay. Now what we need to do is we just need to go to the CloudFront. The next immediate task for me is I need to go to the CloudFront. So we need to create a CloudFront distribution. Okay. Just do remember, if you see the right top corner, the global being selected here. The CloudFront distribution is a global service. Please do remember this one. Okay. So you need to pick an origin domain. Okay. So what is the origin domain exactly? If you click this one, you can see few options: Amazon S3, or ELB, our media store container, our media package container. Few things are coming up. So meaning that currently we can use our Amazon S3 which we created just now. Okay, you just select that. If you see this one, your bucket name .s3 .recent.amazonaws.com, right? If you want to give any origin path, still you can provide that. And this is very important. So S3 bucket access, how CloudFront is accessing the S3. Yes, I want to access S3 via CloudFront by using origin access identity, meaning that only CloudFront request only I will allow at S3. Yes, use origin access identity, then automatically one policy will be created, one policy will be created, only allow the request from the CloudFront. Create a new OAI. Yes, just create. Okay, and yes, update the bucket policy. Once after creating this CloudFront distribution, if you go to S3 bucket permissions tab or policy tab, there you can see this one. Okay, if you want to add any specific custom header, still you can add. And enable origin shield. If you want, you can, but charges apply on this. So this one will help us to reduce the load on the origin mainly. That's the only main purpose of this one. So remaining things keep as it is, and keep this one under viewer, from the client. So redirect HTTP to HTTPS. If the client hits HTTP, that one will be redirected to the HTTPS only. And keep remaining things as it is. You don't need to modify any of these things. Just keep everything as it is. And finally, at the AWS, correct. So here, alternate domain CNAME. So here is the one you need to provide whatever you have given as the domain name. So UAT dot cloud learning dot a link. So for this particular domain, we are just getting the certificate. Okay, so it's a very good learning point here. So if you see this one, I don't see any certificate as listed here. The reason for that one is, if you read this line, associate a certificate from AWS Certificate Manager, the certificate must be in the US East region. So I forgot this particular point. Yeah. So just duplicate this one. If you go to the ACM, you can see one thing. So this particular certificate being issued under the Singapore. So point here is, we need to request a certificate. We need to request a certificate in the US East 1. So please do remember that one. So here we need to issue the certificate. So go for the request and public certificate. The next, so fully qualified, I'm just giving as it is, DNS validation request. Simple. You don't need to do any other things. Just go to the certificate. The same thing I'm doing. Okay. The status of the certificate pending validation. Please wait for that. So here you can say create records in Route 53. Just click this one. Okay. That's it. You don't need to do any other thing. Just clear this. Yep, validation status is success. Just go back, issued, right? So certificate is being issued. Okay. So now you just come back to the CloudFront. Now you just reload the screen and click this one. You can see your certificate. Please do remember, whenever you are using the CloudFront, your certificate needs to be issued at this particular region. Please do remember this one. And select the certificate. And if you want, you can select different security policies, but recommended is TLS 1.2. Please select that. And keep everything as it is and create distribution. So once the distribution is being created, so just go for the origins. You can check the exact one what we have provided here. So this is the origin domain. So bucket name S3 region amazonaws.com. So very simple thing we need to do here. Just go to the distribution. Here you can see one thing, right? Here you can see, yep. So here you can see the domain name, and you can see alternate domain names, right? So one simple thing you need to do, copy this one, copy this domain name. So and go back to Route 53. So in the Route 53, you need to create one record here. Go to the hosted zone. Under this hosted zone, you need to create a record. That particular record is nothing but, so uat.cloudlearning.link. We are creating a record alias. It should, so whenever you hit this particular thing from the internet, it will redirect the traffic to this particular CloudFront, and the rest all keep as it is and create record. Error record. So just check something we missed here. Sorry. Okay, sorry. So we just need to create a CNAME here. Apologies, CNAME here, right? So it's not IPv4 address, it's a CNAME. Okay, so once it's being created here, okay, so everything done. What we need to do is finally we just need to hit that particular URL from here. So what's the URL? So URL is cloudlearning.link. Right, so access denied. We are getting access denied. Okay, so we need to understand why we are getting access denied first of all. So first you need to understand few things. Certificate things, or if you check the certificate is secure, certificate is valid. So what are the certificate wise, that's good. So the next thing which we need to understand, so it is not allowing us to interact with S3. Okay, fine. So now we will go and check what is the issue here. Okay, so just go to, first of all, let's check these things in detail. So now first I'm going to the CloudFront. So I just need to understand any kind of firewalls. So go to the origins. So origin name is correct, so everything is correct, so this is correct. Last modified deploying. Okay, let's retry. Okay, so not worked out. So let's go back to S3 bucket. Just want to check a policy here. The policy is attached correctly or not. Just want to check that. So coming to the properties. And the permissions, block all public access, that is okay. So currently we are blocking all public access, that is okay, but we are allowing only CloudFront origin access identity. Yes, we are allowing this one. This makes sense. This makes sense. Okay. Set. So this is perfect. This is perfectly all right. Okay, so I think I got the reason. So just go to the CloudFront. Let's go to the CloudFront. So whenever you are accessing the S3 bucket from the CloudFront, right? So you need to access a specific object. So then only these things will work. So that's what we discussed, right? REST API. So if you check this one, now you go and try this one. Yep. I think application is working, right? Application is working. So I haven't done anything. I think that's the only thing we just need to change. So you need to point the exact object whatever you are planning to access. That's it. Yeah, we are good. So this is all about accessing the S3 object by using the REST API via CloudFront distribution. So now the connection is from client to CloudFront HTTPS, from CloudFront to S3 is also HTTPS. You understand? Because my bucket name not containing any dots. Please understand that. Thank you everyone.